Okay folks, we are all over the place today. She suggested that I make us some dinner, which ain't a bad idea because it's so hot here we want to get out as soon as possible. We might go for a swim. What we got to cook for you today is one of the staples of the Irish diet anywhere in the world. Long ago, or as you say in Irish, fado in Erin. A long time ago in Ireland, everybody used to have a small little kind of maybe only like 1 or 2 raised bed size, and you didn't grow any fancy things like corn or tomatoes. You grew spuds and you grew cabbage. So here's cabbage. I'm going to be cooking with that now. The other thing every single house had was chickens and pigs. Chickens were an interesting one. Irish dressers that used to be in the kitchen used to have a little coop underneath, and you used to actually keep the chickens in the house. But every house came with a piggery, really, where they would keep one pig, they'd raise it to slaughter, they'd get a new one, so on. Our piggery now is our hall, just up there, which you'd see from previous videos, and our bathroom. But we're going to cook some bacon. Bacon and cabbage is the Irish meal of choice. Now, there's only 3 of us, so we're actually going to use a loin of bacon. Most people would use a round ham. Bacon basically just means it's been salted for a very long time and semi-cured from the salt, but it's quite salty. The simple thing about the Irish bacon and cabbage is you boil the bacon for about an hour. I'm not sure how long this will take. This is from our local butcher and it's from his own farm. So there's so much, like there's very little information. There's not even a weight on it, but I would say that's about, I'd say 1 kilo. The way you measure the time for this is, I think it's like 15 minutes, no, 20 minutes, a half kilo, and 20 minutes over. So typically about an hour should do most things. An hour is probably a bit long for this. So I'm maybe gonna say 45 minutes. So I'm gonna pop this in for 45 minutes. At the end of 45 minutes, I pull this out and we just slap the cabbage in. Let's go. This is gonna be a very short cook because there's nothing to it really. As it happens, what I quite like doing with a loin of bacon is cutting it myself into really thick bacon slices and cooking them for breakfast. There is nothing like your own thick slices. We're just gonna fill the pot with water. We want to cover the bacon, but we also want to maybe put an extra 50% water in because a lot is going to evaporate. Boom! 1 ingredient, bacon and water. Slap it on the heat. There we go. Gonna set my timer for 40 minutes. Pop my lid on. We have our cabbage. I'll prep that in a minute and throw it on the bacon. I'm just gonna do a few potatoes. So myself and Claire aren't really eating much potatoes at the moment. We're really meat heavy. Just trying to cut out carbs and sugars to increase our energy levels. Really struggling with this build at over a year, so we're completely cleaning up our diet. To that end, we don't have much of an appetite actually. So Ash and Kira are gonna have these. We may have a little bit of cabbage, but mostly we're just gonna be eating meat. So let me clean these up. All right, folks, we have about 15-16 minutes left on the cook, so let's get our cabbage ready. I'm gonna take off the outer leaves. I am going to half it. I'm going to take out this, perfectly edible, although it's not really used for Irish cooking. These are all gonna go onto the compost. Now this ain't a great cabbage. What you want is a Savoy cabbage. I'm not sure what this is. We actually got we got bacon at our local butcher and he just threw in a cabbage for us. So what you want to do is you want to kind of shred it like so. So yeah, I'm not too keen on this stuff actually. What you want is you want the leaves more so than the crunch. That's alright. Do the same here. Okay, we're just going to chuck it in. If you don't like the salt, you can empty the water. We love the salt. That is looking pretty perfect. Just going to chuck cabbage in on top of that. Boom. Right, we're going to quickly try to make up some parsley sauce. For this, we want fair old whack of butter. Oh shoot, that's coriander. I thought we had parsley. Oh dear. So we're trying to stay off kind of grain flour and stuff, so I'd normally make a roux to add to this. So I'm not gonna add the flour. I'm probably just gonna add parsley to it and leave it at that. Butter is really just a really heavy cream, so I might just leave it like that and call it done, I think. Okay guys, my parsley plant was gone, but I do have some parsley in the garden, so I'm just gonna add it in. This should be full of parsley. This is a very small amount. I want to take this off the heat. The only other thing I want to add is a tiny little bit of yogurt. Just a little bit, just to get it going a bit white. And we're just gonna mix this all up now. This should go without saying, this is 100% non-traditional. There's no Irish mammies making carnivore butter and Greek yogurt parsley sauce. Superb. And again, the butter is salted, so there's no real reason to flavor any of that. We have 1 minute left. Oh, like clockwork. I mean, I am really that good. So the bacon is off, and the cabbage seems pretty done actually. Okay folks, we're going to drain the cabbage and then we are going to, or maybe we'll do that in reverse order. Let's pop out the bacon first. Let's mix things up a little bit. I'm craving cabbage. I don't think I've ever craved cabbage in my life. Look at this folks, cabbage, but what better way to have cabbage than bacon infused cabbage? Oh my god. Alright, next we want to get some of this lovely loin. Look at that. Americans, you have your streaky rasher, but we have back bacon. This is essentially back bacon. This is the bacon we have. Less fatty, far more tasty, a more exquisite cut. Woo, that's hot. There we go. Bacon in the morning, bacon in the evening, bacon at lunch. Bacon is awesome, but this is healthy bacon, boiled. Next up, we have our potatoes, which hopefully should be cooked by now. Well done, Spuds. You have outdone yourself. These are your floury potatoes. You want a nice, healthy portion of cabbage, this salty cabbage. You want to put Mammy's favorite Irish bacon over the top. Let's go like that. You want a little bit of our, well, you're not even looking at any of this. Then I am going to add our parsley sauce. Give it a nice mix. I'm not sure actually if Ash will like this, so I'm just gonna pour a little bit into a little container for him. So this is almost traditional barley sauce. Can't get much better than that. For us, I think I'm just going to put a bit of the sauce in a bowl here, and I'm going to call Claire over for a little bit of grub. Now, this is missing a little bit of fat. That's fine. Fat in bacon, if it's a good bacon, is where all the flavor is, so. And we know this is good bacon because it came from your man's farm, the butcher's farm. Look at that. Oh, yummy. Let's have a little taste. Mama's.
Looks pretty good actually, does it?
Bacon
Nice.
is unreal.
And what's this?
Just chance to know it's
Kind of a sauce.
butter and Greek yogurt parsley sauce.
It just smells unreal.
It's quite tasty. Lovely tang off the Greek yogurt. It's good, isn't it? I can get myself.
Can't stop that.
So guys, I don't know what we're going to do with the cooking because it's going to be very bland over the next few weeks. We might put recipes on hold.
We have a lot of recipes. We haven't forgotten about you. There was all sorts of things, tomato pie.
Oh, this is for
brown
John
bread,
Shaw.
soda bread.
We didn't forget about you, John.
John, and I think somebody else as well.
Really? Okay, I'll
Do you want me
check.
to check?
No, I'll get it later.
There's loads of recipes, but we're kind of gone on this carnivore diet. Let us know if you've ever tried it. So really it's just about eating meat and very, very little carbs. Zero sugar, zero coffee, zero tea.
Zero alcohol.
So only water to drink. So we're going to do that for a month.
It's nice. It would be nice to lose weight, obviously, but it's more so about energy levels, sleep pattern, and if you've been watching for a while, you know we recently changed to spelt bread just to help with stomach issues, and I think maybe this might be a nice reset for us. So in a month's time, we'll be back to normal.
We certainly won't be making any more lemon meringue pie. Sorry, Maeve. I think that might have been the start of it. We just didn't feel too good after that.
No.
And really, it's just pure sugar. I mean, it was gorgeous, but I'm just eating way too much processed stuff. We've cut all the processed stuff out. So unless it looks like what it was when it was grown, we don't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we'll be able to show you a little bit of that because I've ordered a half a heifer.
Did you order it?
Bullock. And that's just going to come in pieces. And then we're going to either, obviously, it doesn't come dead on a pallet.
Just one half cow wrapped up with
or
some...
cut down the centre. But anyway, so then we plan to mince our own, make our own stuff. And we'll see how that goes because obviously living on just meat is expensive, like.
Yeah.
So we're planning to do it that way.
But highly
But
nutritious.
at the same time,
if you have
they
the money
say-
to do it properly, yeah.
If you Google it, they say if you're going the carnivore diet, you might live to 120. So fingers crossed, you know. So we just cut out all the shite. That meant doing a lot of emptying the cupboards, which is still in the process. And obviously our kids aren't really on it. Ash will still have potatoes and whatever really.
But we are cutting out processed food for him, so cereals and things like that.
Kira
Gone.
does want to do it. So it's not difficult. It just takes willpower. So that's all it is. Isn't it?
Claire's got the will, I've got the power.
My biggest thing is at the moment is just not having a coffee. I like to have a coffee at about 11. So not having the coffee is... So now we're having...
I'm having boiled water with
We're having boiled
a little
water
bit of
in the
lemon.
evenings, yeah.
And it's gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. After a month of it, we'll see where we're at and take it from there. That means no more bread either. That's after buying a pile of organic flour and everything. But we'll add those things back once we're happy with where we are. Whether that will be the same place, I don't know. Because I do really like my vegetables.
I hate vegetables.
And I love all fruits and everything.
I love pizza.
So I do think we may go, or Rob might be more of meat than I will be. I don't know. We'll have to see. But Google it, because it's actually incredibly good for all sorts of autoimmune diseases. So it's incredibly interesting. There's been huge write-ups about it.
There's a lot of doctors, there's a lot of MDs that will reference all of the research, and they're actually on the diet themselves. And the health benefits are phenomenal. Like I was very ignorant of how my intestines work and what's good for them and what not, but it's fascinating to learn. Yeah, I think we'll have a better balance in the future, and I would like to say that we'll have none. I was going to say very little, but I'd like to say we have none processed food in the future. Anyway,
Right.
I'm sure you're not here for that.
If we can do it, and it doesn't mean that we're going to be driven demented by what we have to cook, we'll do it. And if not, look, I'll probably mention everybody who asked us for recipes.
Probably less desserts, but I mean, we got to eat, so
Won't be any
if you want,
desserts,
we'll
yeah.
record that, no worries. Thanks for everything, thanks for watching, thanks for the super thanks for the members, thanks to Patreon, thanks for absolutely being there. You guys are the best community in the whole of YouTube.
Well said.
Thank you very much.
Slán go fóill.
Gurv Mila Mahagad.